Alright, welcome to the Quad City Botanical Center in our greenhouse again. Today's lesson is how to build a terrarium at home. If you have any house plants, you can take clippings off of them. You can also have different containers. There are two different kinds of terrariums we're going to make. A terrarium basically is a place where you have a closed area or somewhat open habitat for your plants. And you can do a wide variety. For instance, this one here is an open terrarium, which holds more of your succulents, cactuses. You need to have it more dry. Now, if you look very carefully, there are layers in here. Layers are very important in terrariums. It helps in the ecosystem. Just like the planet Earth is in layers, we're actually creating its own little ecosystem just like our Earth. Now, you can be creative with your container. A 20-ounce bottle, a 2-liter bottle. If you have an old jar, mason jar you can use. Even, you can use old dill spice bottles. So this was a spice bottle, and this was a spice bottle. Now this one has an air plant in it, and you'll never imagine how long this has been in there. 2 years. Yes. You think I've opened it? No, I have not. And actually, it's really cool and it's still alive. Water circulates in there. And so that's how it stays alive, and nutrients stay alive in it. So closed terrariums need very little care. So today we're going to create our terrarium out of a 20-ounce bottle. You'll need carbon, gravel, water, and a plant. So first thing you do is you'll need to cut the top off. Now, I would have an adult do this. Very important. Some adults probably shouldn't be doing this either, but like me. See, I told you. Alright, so you want to cut the top off a couple inches down from the top. Alright, so you have two tops. Alright, so you have two pieces, you cut it. So I'm going to leave the lid off to the side. This has been previously washed out. Make sure it's washed out and clean. And if it gets dry, it's probably the best. Today, it's still wet, but it's fine. Alright, so you're going to start with gravel. You're going to basically create some layers. Here are the layers that we're going to create. We're going to do the rocks, which is our gravel. Then a thin layer of charcoal. The charcoal actually helps clean the water, helps reduce smell, and also helps keep the form between the two layers. Then you have your potting soil, and then your plants. And if you want to decorate it with other rocks or a little gnome, that's great too. Alright, now that we have that, let's take a look at putting our rocks in first. Now, you probably want just about that much to cover the bottom. This will take the excess water out. Now, the next step is carbon. This is stuff you would use in your aquarium. What you want to do is you want to create a layer of this. Not a thick layer, but just enough to cover the rocks. Alright. Then you'll need soil. Alright. Ta-da! Soil! I just use any kind of soil. I try to use stuff that doesn't have any fertilizer in it because it'll grow very quickly and outgrow your container. Now that you've had about 2 inches of soil here, you want to take the opposite end of your spoon and create a hole big enough for the roots of your plant. Didn't think you'd be using the opposite side of a spoon, huh? It's just a lot easier to work with that. It's much smaller because when you get it in there, you take your plant out, tickle the roots. I hear it laughing. All right, so we want to put this in the hole. All right. Then take the other end of the spoon and slowly cover your roots up. All right. Are the roots covered? You're correct, yay! They are covered. So, now the next step is not to add water. That's at the end. Is we're gonna use our cap. Now, how is that gonna work? It's gonna fall off. So we have to use some tape. Now I just have packaging tape. It works wonders. And we will go around the outside of it. All right. Now, then you want to kind of carefully push it down to try to create much of a seal as possible. It's not a perfect seal. If this was a complete sealed off container, you wouldn't have to water it for at least a couple years. This will still need to be watered probably every 3 to 6 months. And to water it, cool invention with bottles, they have lids. And so you want to add enough water in there to start it out. And that should be enough to last sometimes. Now, to add more in the future, if you have a lid like this, do it 3 times. To water it. If you have any questions, contact us through our website at www.qcgardens.com. And enjoy your terrarium.